We're joined now by Tony Lewis, head football coach at Evansville Reitz High School. And Coach, before we start to preview the state championship game, take me back to last week, the semi-state with Cathedral, beating arguably one of the best teams, not only in the state, but they were getting some votes ranked nationally as well. They had so many weapons on the field. How did you take away most of all of them? And is this one of the biggest wins for you in your career?
Well, I think it was. I think our kids, number one, had a feeling like going into the game, we were confident. Our theme for the whole week was that they have to play us and they have to make that bus ride, and they got to play in the bowl in front of 11,000 to 12,000 people, an electric atmosphere. So I think our kids fed off the fans and fed off the crowd. And, I think it started a lot defensively for us up front with our defensive line. The crowd noise caused some problems with their offensive line with false starts, and I think our defensive line got enough pressure on Hughes early, at least to get him scrambling. We didn't really get to him, but we got him scrambling, got him off his game, and he threw the two early picks to Kuda Dimmitt, our safety, who made two big plays in the two opening drives for him, and that kind of got us going defensively.
Quarterback McIntosh, is he the no doubt leader on your team? And maybe who are some other guys that have stepped up for you?
Well, Matt's a junior for us. He's had a great season. He was injured a couple games early on the year, and we had Jeff Hudson and Dylan Stutzman, our backup, fill in for him. I think Jeff Hudson is a player that played in the 2007 game against Lowell, made, at that time, I think, a state record in number of catches for 4A. Tony Ewers, another senior on our team, also played extensively in that game. So having their experience back, along with a lot of the seniors that played in that game or were at that game, their experience has been invaluable to us. And, our offense goes as Matt goes, and he's had a great season for us up to this point.
Talking about that ball game with Lowell, how much do you go back and look at the tape? Do you see some similarities between the team from 2 years ago, or have they changed that much since 2007?
Well, I think it all starts with their coaching staff. I think Coach Kennedy does a great job of getting his kids prepared, and they do, the two most important fundamental things in football. They tackle well and they block well, and they're very well coached. So I think, not a lot has changed at Lowell under Coach Kennedy. I don't foresee it changing in the future. They want to run the ball off tackle. They have a great tailback, and they have a good offensive line, and defensively, as I said, they swarm to the ball, and they do a great job of being aggressive and tackling well.
Some of the sophomores on that 2007 team will remember playing in the RCA Dome, but playing here at Lucas Oil Stadium, much bigger. It's a whole different level. How are you going to get your kids acclimated to the change of scenery? I've said before, and talking to some other coaches, that the biggest difference playing in the RCA Dome was the sound. If you're on the line of scrimmage, you can't hear the quarterback, so the offense has to watch the football just as much as the defense. What are some other things you're worried about?
Well, I think our kids are excited about the opportunity, and we feel like we play in those. Obviously, we haven't played in Lucas Oil up to this point, but last week against Cathedral in the bowl, the sound level on the field was deafening, and if you were on the visitor sideline and our crowd was going at that sideline and at the field, I think our kids have experienced that sound level. So I think that's a good thing for us. We've played with that sound level a little bit, but I think our kids are born and raised to believe that they play in big games, and that's kind of what we do at Reitz, and that's what's expected of them. So hopefully they take that confidence into this game. We know we have our work cut out for us with Lowell.
Tony Lewis, head football coach at Evansville Reitz. Thanks so much for the time, and best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you. We'll take it.